Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? Alright, we're going to do another whip and chat here with Timu's Stained Glass Cardinals. That's what I'm calling it. Or JY907, 30 by 40 round drill and 18 colors. There we go, I said it this time. I haven't been saying how many colors this one has. I have a sticker sheet to show you. Alright, so we're hanging out. It's overcast, gentle little breeze outside. Yeah, I'm still working on this 310, but yeah. So Linkin Park has a new material coming out and a new lead singer. I think it's a lead singer because Chester Bennington died a while ago, so Linkin Park just took a break for a while and kind of just grieved because Chester Bennington had been the lead singer, but yeah, he passed away. So now there's a new female lead singer or new member that's kind of in Chester's place. And yeah, there's mixed reaction as usual. But now Linkin Park can go into a new creative direction with this new band member. And yeah, some people just can't seem to separate Chester Bennington and Linkin Park and the fact that he's gone to having a female lead singer now in his place. Chester Bennington is never going to be replaceable. It's having that number of people back into the band and going in a new direction. You kind of have to move on from that era that Chester Bennington was in if you still love that Linkin Park era with Chester Bennington in it. Stream Linkin Park's music from Meteora and Hybrid Theory, and yeah, that music is always there. It's kind of like listening to Elvis or Michael Jackson, artists that have passed away. Like, their music is still kicking. So if you don't like the fact that Linkin Park's continuing on and doing something new and releasing new material, you maybe weren't a fan of Linkin Park, but maybe Chester Bennington. There are other members in Linkin Park, so that's not your type of music. There's other genres, other artists. Yeah, doesn't mean you're stuck listening to Linkin Park, but yeah, I know it's kind of a sour feeling in them, leaves a sour taste in the mouth that your favorite artist has passed away, or one of your favorite artists has passed away. But yeah, Linkin Park was going in a new direction anyway, less metal, more kind of calmer, I guess. Still had a metal edge, but just easier listening to an extent, like less sharp metal. I don't know how to describe it, but it was a great direction. Now, this new singer, I listened to the new single that's out now, but it's getting mixed reactions just because they're stuck with, some people are just stuck with the whole Chester Bennington thing. That was Linkin Park, not this new chick, and they're taking her history, stuff she's done in the past and who she's related with into account and just totally judging her. I'm not going to go into like that kind of detail because I separate that stuff. The whole Chris Brown thing, yeah, I don't resonate with the abuse of women, etc., like what he did, but that all got figured out and he served his time, whatever that situation was, but I've never resonated that with Chris Brown and his music. Like, I listen to Chris Brown's music, but I separate the artist from the music. Like, their personal lives, I just listen to music. So I hear about stuff going on in the artist's personal life. Yes, everybody does. But yeah, I don't condone the abuse of women or anybody getting abused in a relationship, etc. Like, I don't condone that behavior, but music, he's a musician. So is this new lead singer, Linkin Park. I listen to their music. I listen to hundreds of different tracks every day. I discover new music almost every day. It's my getaway. It's it's my soundscape. I just listen to different genres, or try to, and I don't worry about the artist's personal life or that kind of thing. I don't do that kind of deep dive. I just want to hear the material. When I experience music, be a teenager again. Be listening to Meteora or Evanescence Fallen CD on repeat until the disc wears out. That was my teenage years. I discovered Linkin Park just like I did Evanescence. I picked the CD up off of a shelf in local Zellers or something. Or was that Imagine Dragons? Yeah, I discovered Imagine Dragons that way. I just listen to music, just play music. I love sound. Musical sound. So, yeah, just ridiculous how people just flip a table because there's a new band member in Linkin Park now. People just can't accept that Chester Bennington is deceased. It's other people's opinion, just like the whole wearing pajamas out in public kind of thing, looking like you've gotten up out of bed and just started your day. I talked about that previously. Yeah, I'll have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion about music or what people wear, but it's all basically down what you individually want to do, listen to, wear. Yeah, I just state my opinion on here, just for giggles every once in a while. I sometimes rant, but repeat myself 16 different times, but yeah, how do you fill in half an hour? Sometimes. Some other times I'm just putting drills on here and just filling in the void of half an hour because I don't know what to talk about. So, but I'm still diamond painting, so pretty random on here on Echoes of Color. So yeah, if you don't even know who Linkin Park is, that's fine too. But yeah, I grew up with Linkin Park, Evanescence, Imagine Dragons, Daughtry. Yeah, and all of those bands or groups have evolved over a period of time, tweak their sound. You can't make everybody happy 100% of the time, of course. That not everybody's going to be happy in the exact same way. Believe me, yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah, and people just love music as it was in a particular time in their lives. It probably has a significant meaning. Yeah, of course it does. It resonates, but that old Linkin Park material, it's still around. I just listened to a track from Meteora from Linkin Park with Chester Bennington while he was singing it, because it was in the early 2000s kind of thing. I've listened to that track hundreds of times. It's still there. I have a few of Linkin Park CDs. I can still hear Chester Bennington. Like, it's still Linkin Park. It's like, what's wrong, people? You can stream it. It's digital. If that's the era you want to keep listening to, you can. What's stopping you? Why are you flipping a table and lighting it on fire? It's because Chester Bennington is not around anymore. It's like, keep listening to Elvis. Keep listening to Michael Jackson. Like, or Amy Winehouse. Anybody who's deceased or no longer making music or something. If you like listening to any kind of music, listen to it. It's there. It's probably good chunk digital or LP record or something. It's out there. Embrace it. Listen to it. That's what it's doing there. That's why the artist created it. If you love Taylor Swift, listen to her whole song library every day. Like, it's entertainment. It's there. Yeah, I don't like change most of the time either, but you almost have to move on into a different direction, even if you're still grieving over losing somebody. Those scars don't go away. You really don't stop grieving when somebody passes away, but what they contributed to the world or to your personal experience is still resonating within you. Like, just because they're not here in flesh and blood doesn't mean they're gone. Like, nobody's ever gone. Yeah. It's rough losing somebody. It's rough being divorced, or yeah, it's rough losing a friend, or any negative, sad situation. Like, you have to emotionally process that. Yeah, and for everybody, it takes time to process that level of grief or loss. Take your time. Don't be afraid to be upset or grieving. Like, all process loss differently. Don't feel you have to feel better the next day or the next week because you lost somebody. No. You continue grieving as long as you feel you need to. Don't let anybody else tell you different. So yeah, on that happy note, there's always going to be critics. People are not going to like stuff. That's life. Everybody has the right to their opinion. Yeah. But, yeah, just tearing into somebody just because they got looked up and have a history with somebody or some organizations or something. Yeah. Somebody's personal history. Yeah. Just like, oh, I don't like that person. They did this or that way back even before it was even a consideration for them to be part of this Linkin Park group. It's like, yeah, everybody has a past. Everybody's made mistakes. Yeah. Everybody has a rough patch. And here we are, just flipping tables and just losing it. Oh, It's like, wow, people. Didn't like how Star Wars turned out. Okay, redo it. Create your own franchise. If you don't like how somebody sung a certain song, okay, you reproduce it. You produce a record of your own, that kind of thing. Like, holy cow. If you don't like something, skip it. If you heard it, you formed an opinion, you don't have to listen to it ever again if you don't want to. Like, why? Why are you putting yourself through just the frustration? 964. I don't know, man. That's the phone, but mom's hanging out. May or may not answer it. 14? Okay. So, I think that's all of 310 for now. Maybe. Yeah, it must be a telemarketer or something. It doesn't seem to be picking up the phone. So yeah, I dabble in music big time. I've heard the new single from Linkin Park. The new singer comes in at the chorus. Great voice. Heard it once. I probably hear it 2 or 3 more times. I'll probably just keep listening to it. I'll probably get the CD or album, as I have the rest of the Linkin Park stuff. So, well, vast majority of it. Not sure if I have everything. I have Hybrid Theory, One Last Light. Yeah, I have a few of their catalog. I think I've basically followed them over the years. So, I don't know. If you don't like something, skip it. You heard it, you sampled it. So, a new burger comes out, the Big Arch at McDonald's, for example. You tried it, and you thought it was absolutely disgusting. Are you going to get another one? Like, it's like, kind of like that. Except music, yeah, you listen to it. Okay. You either like it or you don't. Like, I ate a sour key once. Don't really like sour stuff, but I tried it. I'm like, yeah, too sour. Okay, not getting a sour key again. Like, I don't know. I don't like extremely spicy stuff. You should be able to eat your food with, well, still having a tongue or a digestive system afterwards. So I never banked on being a fire-breathing dragon in my lifetime, so I don't eat needlessly spicy stuff. So I deal with jalapeno flakes at McDonald's when making a spicy crispy chicken burger. I don't like jalapenos, but I still make somebody else's food, so I'm not eating it, but have fun. Okay, cool. People like different stuff. People would just weep over eating a lobster. Like, oh, I love lobster, yay. I'm like, save the lobsters, they should be in the ocean. Like, I don't like seafood. Like, it's okay not to like something. It's okay to have negative feelings towards something and not like it. But yeah, can we separate music from the life story of the artist? Or is that ever going to be a thing? Probably not. We just have to find something that we just don't like most of the time. Yeah, I can rant and carry on about certain things too, but just music, it's like you can kind of separate the two. You can just form an opinion by hearing music and never listen to it again, or yeah. Yeah, it's just strange. It just have to react, label, just get judgmental about stuff. Yeah, probably in the back of my mind or subconsciously, I probably judge stuff all the time too, but I don't know, keep those unhappy thoughts to yourself sometimes. Kind of wiser. But yet, I've expressed myself a couple times and, yep, gotten flack for it. Yeah, it happens. I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint. I don't like everything. Just try to keep an open mind most of the time for stuff. Used to go to church all the time, but just right after or during COVID, I couldn't go to church, and just after that, I just wasn't as inspired to go. I don't know. It just touch and go for some things sometimes. Will I ever go back to church? I don't know. Feelings kind of changed slightly. I kind of took a break a few years ago. Just didn't go to church for a while, like before COVID kind of thing. My parents stopped going, so I was like, I'm not going. And then I started working like straight weekends, so I couldn't go anyway. So there was the odd Sunday I popped in and attended a service, but there are Sundays where I could just go, but I just don't have that mindset as much anymore, if at all. I don't know, thoughts and feelings changed, and sometimes it just lingers and you just don't know why you feel a certain way sometimes. It's weird, but it's like I just don't want to anymore. Just move on in a sense, or just go in a different direction. But hey, you just independently make decisions every day for yourself. And yeah, embrace change. It's not a bad thing. If you're not comfortable doing something, just don't continue doing it. I don't know, at post-COVID, that when you're allowed to have group gatherings again, you kind of have to reserve a seat to go into the church, because there was only a certain number of people allowed in the church at one time. Like, that was kind of a turnoff from attending church. Now, yeah, you still have to wear a mask and all that, but at that time, and it was probably social distance, but even after all that, like full occupancy came back, I just my interest for it just fell off again. It's like maybe some other day, but even then, it's like, yeah, dude, I even feel like going back. Like, just so into spiritual stuff and religion, and then Christianity and all that, and then started hearing stuff and just opinions and feelings about the church and all that, like just religion in general, and it's just kind of taking a step back for a minute, it's like, dude, I still feel this way. Like, it's weird. Yeah, I'm not a saint, but I can't really say I'm overly religious at this point anymore. But I don't know, it's a weird feeling. I don't know, yeah, just like something for one point in your life kind of gets you through stuff, and then for a while you feel good about it, and then just it suddenly gets sour, or your feelings just suddenly change, and you're just like, nah, nope, don't want to. It's a strange sensation, but just kind of on the border. It's like, should I even continue bothering, or have my feelings change enough that I'm just like neutral? It just feels weird. But I have a couple religious coworkers go to church probably more often than I do. Okay, that's cool. I respect that. Like, I'm not totally off writing religion. Like, people are still believers, so that's to each their own. Totally gonna write off religion by any means. Oh. I don't know. It's just personal preference these days. Yeah, as always, feel free to express yourself, and yeah, do what you personally want to do. You drive your choices. What you love, who you love, yeah, that's personal and intimate individually. So don't let my opinion stop you. So do what you want to do. For sure. Alright. Back to like a grayish brown, I think. Dark grayish brown. Yeah, that was a very brief interlude for that turquoise. I think that's turquoise. Yeah, so kind of ranty music kind of thing. I don't really follow music news, that kind of stuff. I just kind of went all over the place on this one. But yeah. Opinions, thoughts, feelings, all that change as you get older, as the world takes a different steps in a different direction. Yeah. It's like nothing's going to consistently stay the same. Something always changes eventually, or something ends and just gets a new beginning. So, but it's just not easy for a lot of people to adjust to that change. I can vouch for that for sure. I can understand, but in some cases, but most of the time you just have to go with the flow. But yeah, it's like telling somebody that's like just losing it to, yeah, you need to calm down. That does not work. Somebody's just not going to calm down. Just saying calm down. It doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I put the main website links for Conqueror and Pacer. Did I fill in the description for the last WIP in chat? I think so. Yeah. But yeah, I just started a new Conqueror challenge. Like, I activated it. Araroa. Araroa. I'm saying that wrong. But anyway, it's like 3,000 something kilometers. I'm doing the long version. I'm not affiliated or partnered with Conqueror and Pacer, etc. I know this was kind of ranty. You don't even know what Linkin Park is. Yeah, sorry. Music, band, metal-ish. Yeah, la-di-da. Yeah, I'm not affiliated with Conqueror, Pacer, etc., etc. Any updates regarding Echoes of Color will be posted down below in the description. I do start photos, section completion photos, and finish photos on the current canvas I'm working on, and every other canvas, etc., etc. So yeah, I'm just on YouTube for updates like that. But anyway, take care. All the best with your crafting endeavors, and I hope you got something out of the rant kind of observational thing I did in this half hour. Alright, take care. See you later.